It's like when Maysha says that thing, whatever that epiphany is, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Okay, I knew that. But it wasn't in the consciousness. It wasn't in the present. It wasn't in the forefront. It's kind of been sitting way back there in the closet, and you come out and you dust it off and you go, look at this. Is this amazing? And I look at it and go, oh, I knew that. Somewhere, I knew that already.
Well, that's because that's who we are to one another, and that's what we're supposed to do. Is we're supposed to dust those nuggets off for one another. That's
Yeah.
that's our jobs for each other, is to dust those nuggets off. That is our the I'm just going to use the seven of us. The seven of us. That's our jobs for one another. Is to dust those nuggets off in different ways, and yeah. And I love that you bounce around and see most of the seven like that. I do. Were we living the right way? The way that all of this is designed? We could. There's just ambition is not a part of it, because and abundance is not a part of it, because it is all here. Okay. And so then I got earthed, grounded. But the book has it like everybody else is teaching it. And of course, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe not how I said it off of camera, but
Right.
yeah, it needs tweaked a bit.
Updating, qualifying.
It needs updated. Okay. Because this is what it starts with. And this is where it is. It starts with the wrong premise. But it's the level of consciousness we've all been in. We've all been in.
Mm-hmm.
And it equates entirely to the level of consciousness we were in a few months ago, when I was telling everyone, what is the desire of your hearts? That's what we've got to know, because that's the frequency they're going to attune us to. Because that's what they were telling me, because that's what we were able to understand. And then now we're all in this transition of, well, we know we want to do stuff, but we're not feeling as ambitious. And so how much energy do we have to put into it? And da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, so why do we do all this attuning to the desire of our hearts when, it's, and we're in Taran time, which is like slowing us down and all that. Well, I was bitching and moaning too then about how it felt like the cat's on the roof, that story, or how the carrot and the stick thing. And I was like, and I don't like that, because that's not the way you do things. You tell people up front, you don't, but you have to do that when people aren't at the level of consciousness to get it. And so that's why it had to be that way. And so I get it looking back, but I was very frustrated at that point, because I knew that's what they were doing to us. I knew that. I knew that we were being carrot in the stick, because I said that we're putting all this energy into this. I made these comments. I bitched and moaned to Annette, like, I don't know, every night about this poor woman and how she babysits me. I'm like, this is so carrots and the stick. I know that this is not the end result, and yet here I am telling everybody, what is the desire of your heart? Because we're tuning to it, da-da-da-da-da. So they're reattuning, and I know that's not it, because they kept me in all this flux all the time. Well, now I know why, because that's not it at all. That is actually backwards because of this.
Lovely. I use that term a lot.
Oh yeah, I grew up with it. I love it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and to be fully conscious of it. To be their soul fully, to have their soul fully embody their body. Well, they got most of that right, but they got the key part wrong. They fragmented us. And we've been fragmenting us, which is what the ego did. The ego fragmented us even more, because we knew that the ego said, hold on a second, we don't want this stuff up here telling us what to do, because we think it's robbing us of our free will, and there's other stuff we want to do. So cut that out. We want to fragment ourselves off, and we want to be in charge. And so, yeah, I know. I feel it. So we knew that. And so we knew we needed to integrate with our higher self. So we fragmented ourselves some more. And we're like, okay, so we have this soul, and we have above and below, as above as below. And so we got to be grounded into the earth experience and just kind of also be able to connect, though, but not get up there and float around in the ethereal. That's what we've been telling ourselves that grounding is. Not so. Because we are not a soul having a human experience. There is no fragmentation. We are one freaking period. We are a light body, a column of light. And we weren't finding the desire of our hearts, and they were going to reattune everything so we could have it. We have been steadily coming up into frequency and up into frequency and up into frequency. So more and more of who and what we are could be coming into us, so we could let the desire of our hearts fill us more and more. So we could then be totally grounded because we were invited here by Earth. At least this light body is able to do, it's omnipresent. And so one of the things it's doing, not a part of it, not the soul, is fragmenting itself and doing the earth experience. Just one of the things this whole light body can do is have an earth experience. One of the things this omnipresent light body can do is have the tactile experience in this body. But this body doesn't have to be grounded because it is of this earth.
Of this
it is
earth.
the physical vessel of this earth invited to this planet. Because the answer to all things on this planet are found in the secrets of nature on this planet. And this body is the secret of nature, just like the trees and the da-da-da-da-da. That is light ray 5, by the way, of our physical light ray that we are. Light ray 5. So anyway, that is the part we've had wrong. We have been fragmenting ourselves and, well, we're a soul. And then when we die, the soul goes back. No, we are a light being. And the higher and higher the frequency of the planet goes, the more and more we are able to embody that light, and the more and more of what we have come here to do, which is the desire of our heart, which is as above, as below, the desire of the whole light being, what the light being all the way up as far as it goes, wants to do all the way down as far as we go. All the way. It wants to ground, and to ground means we are here, fully here, taking it all in, letting it all come in, letting all these light rays come in. We know what they are. I've got them here, and they're giving me more and more of what they mean. A lot of them I already had, and it is super damn cool. But they're giving me more and more of what they mean, so we can use it as a grounding meditation, so we can get more and more of what those mean. And then we live at the energetic bandwidth, at the energetic pace, to be doing each one of those fully, wholly, and completely at that given moment, so we stay healthy in this body. The heavy lifting doing, the higher energies of us is doing. The fun doing, the part that makes us feel accomplished, the part that's fun, the part that we want to do, the part that the human of us is like, whoop, that lights me up. I want to do it. That feels good. Oh, that was kind of hard, but it still makes me feel good to do it. All of that stuff. That's what we do. But we do it at the pace that keeps us healthy, happy, whole, and complete. And we happily release and let go and move on and progress from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, because we are doing it at the highest vibrational frequency that we can. We are living in unconditional love, which, by the way, is Akasa, the only part of Akasha where there is sound. Thus, it's where creation was spoken into existence. Today, it's when with conscious choice, we use our voices and expand consciousness as co-creators. Akasa living is for vocalization. The whole universe is Akasa. It was spoken into being. Idea, story, information, motivation, inspiration, and transformational exchange. Someone to speak, someone to hear, someone to respond. Universal love communicates in self and mutual respect, showing compassion, giving rise to passion, raising the vibrational frequency of all. More and more and more and more. So we hold more and more and more and more. And we go on and on and on, self perpetuating, spiraling up all the time. And we don't erase the past, the lessons we learned in the denseness, the expansion we did before. But we are so high vibrational that when we get the hits, when we revisit it, and we will, we are all so high vibrational that instead of in the past where, oops, somebody got a hit and we all came back down into the denseness, we are so high vibrational, there's a disturbance in the force. No. Come with us. We stay up here. We don't have to go to those denser energies. We don't need to visit that. Been there, bought that, got the t-shirt. Let's stay up here. And that is what grounding is. That is what we are to do. And Akasa, they showed me this back when I was in Washington, that Akasha, the true use of the records is you go in and the masters come and they came in. It was like a university where you're down on the stage getting ready to speak. And so all these masters came in and they had all these books and it was like, speak. And every time I had a thought, they opened another book and it was like a light ray went this way and a light ray went that way. And they were showing me all these choices. When we meet there in oneness and we decide in oneness, we coordinate. Akasa is where we speak all of this into existence, where we together, someone speaks, someone hears, someone responds. We coordinate. So together, in high vibrational frequency, we expand consciousness instead of in the denseness of uncoordinated, without conscious, but we're doing it high vibrationally as one. Which is why all of us meet like we do. We all meet and we bounce all this off each other and then it circles back around. And as you say, wait, I knew that. You're dusting the cobwebs off of it. Because it's already there. That's what we're doing. We're coming back up into the frequency. Because we are all one. But we are also everything that is out there. That is also within us. This is as I said this with Stay Home and Come With Me, that I wanted everyone to spiral up, not spiral down. And that it was a journey without. It was a journey of experiencing everything out there to inspire and motivate and cause us to recreate. That we were recreating to transform or to recreate. And to do that, it had to also be a journey within. That's because we are here to feel, be, and experience everything without, but we have to have everything within too. And it has to start within self-respect. But each of us in our self-respect, in our uniqueness, coming here to do the one thing we came here to do, be us. We do so out of mutual respect because that's how we all have the heaven on earth experience that the light bodies came here to have. Because that is light ray 9, a rainbow of light that Metatron's golden orange then comes through and purifies your aura so that nothing remains but unconditional love, so that you are here to do your service. And your service is to be the unique you, because the unique you being you is how everyone else gets their experience too. And we continue this self-perpetuating, spiraling upward existence for the entire universe, which is Akasa. And And that is what we ground into. We ground these light rays into this physical being, the whole thing. And we live at a pace, energetically, that keeps this vessel healthy. Changing our water consumption, changing our food consumption, changing our exercise, changing everything. Because we don't have to do it dog eat dog. We don't have to do it as fast as possible, because abundance is not what we were told. And just as it's taking us a bit of time to flip the vibrational frequency to get here, it's going to take a bit of time to flip the world to where abundance is those things, so we can slow down and live that way. But look how fast we are doing it with the vibrational frequency. We're going to do the same with the world and with abundance, because we are making it so. Simply with our intention and the fact that we will have it no other way.
This is an incredible way of expressing your entire meaning, philosophy, understanding of everything. It comes and it's coming, and it's coming, and it's been very, very concise. Of
And
you were
you
out.
for that, for the help with that. Thank you. Thank you for the time you've put into me, for listening, for the dusting off of my parts and pieces, and thank you. And to Patty too.
It's my job. It's my job.
I mean, yes, it is, but thank you nonetheless for doing your service.
So much energy put into it, much like anything in our lives, that we manifest those positive things, those things that we've been talking about all along. When we put energy into that, it becomes real. An idea becomes real. So that emotion, that energy, all of that going into it makes it so. So if we think of bad things and we have a fear and we keep thinking about it and the fear keeps coming up and we keep feeding it, all of a sudden the fear is real, and all of a sudden now I have health issues. I have all of these things. In a lot of people, I found that happens, and they don't understand the fear, and it's too big, too overwhelming when it overrides their entire system, and they don't know what to do, and so they panic, and that's fight or flight, and then it feeds more into that. So when you take that away and tell them that doesn't exist anymore for you, what do you mean? Well, it may come up, but it's not really there. That's your remembering of it. So you're going to take that energy that you gave it and you're going to put it to something else. You're going to put it to being well. You're going to put it to understanding. You're going to put it to whatever else.
You're going to redistribute it.
Redistribute it, yes.
You're going to redistribute it.
Because we haven't taken the energy, we've just transmuted, transformed, and repurposed it to go somewhere else.
Right. We leave the exoskeleton of it, because what was, and we created it at one time. And so we don't change what was, because that's the space-time continuum. We don't implode that. That's the exoskeleton. But all that we can pull out of it without imploding it, we pull all of that back to ourselves, and we redistribute that energy. So we don't take our past and make it null and void. We don't make it non-existent. We don't rewrite it, which is what some people thought Akasha was for. Let's go in there and let's just rewrite it all. No. And they got that notion because with each new existence, we were going to Akasha and we were creating the next new one. And so they're like, well, we're rewriting the story. Maybe we're writing the story. You were taking the energy that you were. Right. You were taking the energy that you were and you were writing a new story. You weren't rewriting or recreating yourself. You were moving on and writing the next story. You were leaving the old story. You were leaving the record.
Leave the record and go forward.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We didn't have to go back and do it again. You want to leave the record, because if we take the record away, then yes, we will spiral back down and have to go through it again to have the record, to have the knowledge, to know not to do it again.
Yep. Oh my gosh, yes.